right, H. DHR. IH TBD. DHR, the Darjeeling Himalayan Railway. I did it, and it's a great, great train ride. So it should be, as the railway has official World Heritage status. Amazingly, this historic railway was almost lost some 25 years ago when a virtual lack of interest, a lack of coal as well for the steam engines, and a faster means of transport by car along the 80-kilometre hill cart road from Siliguri in the northeast plains to Darjeeling, the most popular of India's British Raj hill stations. The railway route follows the hill cart road and indeed crisscrosses it many, many times on its ascent of the mountainside, not to mention 3 wonderful loops with great names like Agony Point and Batasia Loop, and several zigzag reversing points. All assist the railway to gain height, an incredible engineering anomaly. As you can imagine, elevating through over 2,000 metres, the views get increasingly spectacular, and when you reach the high point at Goom, some 12 kilometres short of Darjeeling, the vista of the whole Kanchenjunga mountain range all the way to Everest is there for the passengers on the train to marvel at. On a clear day, of course. Pre-dawn trips from Darjeeling to Goom to the Tiger Hill can often present a sunrise spectacular as the clouds rise up from the valley below and you'll see the whole Kanchenjunga Himalayan range, including the whole of Bhutan, from your eagle's perch at Tiger Hill. Of course, if you do that at 5 a.m. in the morning, it's then back to Darjeeling for breakfast, a quick visit to the Snow Leopard Sanctuary and the Himalayan Mountain Museum, and maybe high tea at the Windermere Hotel, an establishment that was in the forefront for support of saving the railway in the 1980s. You can also check out the Tibetan Refugee Handicraft Centre. Great carpets. Now, what about this railway? Built by the British in the late 1800s to serve the tea plantations. Darjeeling, yeah, Darjeeling tea, get it? It was a critical mode of transport for many in the early part of the last century, and some of the steam engines that still work today are over 100 years old. For steam train buffs, the upper reaches of the railway still have operating steam trains, and the locos still work a regular daily tourist train at 10 a.m. for the short trip to Goom. There's also a 1600 school children special train from Darjeeling to Kursing, and if you travel on that train, it's just about as local Himalayan as you can get. Since acquiring World Heritage status in 1999, the trains are pretty well always full, so you just must book in advance for your train trip up the hill to see the mountain, Everest and all its neighbours. Darjeeling and the Darjeeling Hill Railway, both names that are part of Indian history on the northeast frontier, and thankfully still to be enjoyed today. Oh yeah, by all means, try to take one of the steam train choices, because apparently the diesel locomotives are always derailing. I know mine did. Another alternative choice from the Travel Bishop. Darjeeling Himalayan